Hello, it's Dr. Flexington today with another tier list video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the Repo monsters I could beat in a fight. So a little background around me before I begin. I am 5'1", 200 pounds of muscle. I have a background in martial arts. I've done it since about 6 years old. So I know a little bit of Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, karate, all that good stuff. I'm going to see how far I can get fighting these monsters in Repo, because I've played the game, and you've seen my content on the channel, and that's like my most popular videos. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun. And to go over the criteria, starting from the bottom to the top, easy W. Basically just what I could think I could beat these monsters in a fight, no problem whatsoever. I have to try to lose. Then the second one is win with effort. So these are going to be the ones that I have to put some effort in. I'm still going to win, but they could get a lucky shot in if I'm not careful. And then 50-50 is pretty self-explanatory. Most likely that it's just like monsters that are really tough, and I'm probably going to die if I'm not lucky. And the last one is just pretty obvious. I'm dead. There's no chance of me beating them. Other than that, let's begin their tier lists. Alright, starting off with the clown. Clown, I'm going to put at most likely dead. I mean, if you've seen the gameplay, he just has a giant fucking laser. He's huge. Even if you do try to get in close, he'll just kick you. The only other thing I could see you can try is, throwing shit at his eyes or poking them. But his whole body is just legs and that laser fucking like ball that he has over his head. But yeah, I don't think I could beat this one, but there's a small chance I could blind the monster and just get him, but he'll just probably end up using his laser to fucking kill me instead. So yeah, I'll put him at most likely dead. And next one is, I think it's called the animal in the game. It's like a 6-legged creature, runs around like crazy. Yeah, these things are not really that much trouble. You just run around, just break shit, and they're pretty annoying. I think I can beat these in a fight. They don't attack you per se, but yeah, they just move around a lot, and yeah, they'll probably break your face or some shit. But it's not like, if you're careful, you can probably kill these things pretty easily. So I'm gonna put win with effort. And then up next we have the duck. I'm gonna say 50-50. My reasoning is basically like, it's not gonna attack you unless you try touching it. So as long as I don't touch it, I should be good. But if there's a chance that I accidentally touch it or I try fighting back, it's gonna go off on me. So yeah, and you have to be pretty close, and once you touch it, you're kind of screwed. So it's 50-50. I can beat this in a fight. I have to lure it somewhere and get it killed. It's kind of stupid too. All it does is just follows you. So if you can get a trap somewhere, I don't know, put them in the fucking oven and cook it, or in a microwave. Yeah, it should be all right. So yeah, or just any kind of trap really. But yeah, 50-50 on this one. Next one is those skeleton suicide bombers. Easy W. They're pretty slow, pretty cute. I mean, as long as you run away really fast, they can't keep up with you. So then they just blow up themselves. So yeah, easy dubs on that one. All right, and then next up is, what are these things called again? They're called bow ties. They're like a fat swan thing. These are the ones that scream and push you with their air, their roar. I'm gonna say win with effort. They're pretty squishy, and they're pretty slow too. I can kill these pretty easily. In the game, they're pretty easy to kill if you know what you're doing. But yeah, it's just as long as you don't get in front of its mouth and screams at you, you're not gonna be blown away. So it shouldn't be too bad. But alright. And then next up, I have the peeper. Win with effort. when this thing first pops up, it's gonna make you look at it, and then over time it does damage to you. So depending on where you're at, your eyes are gonna be up there. But if you can like get out of sight, you'll be safe. I think a way to kill this thing would be like a Medusa situation where, if you don't really know, Medusa versus Perseus, it's pretty iconic tale. You know, just use like a mirror or reflection to like see where it's at, and then try to kill it from there. So, or you know, if you have a gun, you can just fucking shoot it. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad to beat the peeper. And then the next one is the alien. I'm gonna say 50-50. If it catches you before you catch it, it's just gonna slam you down into the ground and fucking kill you. So I think I can, you know, I'm probably faster, but it depends how far it is, because it takes a while to activate its ability, like a couple seconds to activate his ability, and then every second counts. You can like take him down or like stab him in the head. You should be fine. You know, I've done it before in the game. I use like a fucking sledgehammer to bash its head in, and it works. Alright, and then the next one would be, or next one is, the gnomes. Easy W. By themselves, they're, you know, pick them up, kill them. But in the group, they become more dangerous. Even in a group, you just kick them around. They're just, you know, they're made of fucking porcelain. So yeah, just kick them, stomp them, throw them. Not too bad. And then up next is the fucking scarecrow lady with swords for hands. I'm just gonna say I'm dead. Once this thing sees you, it just starts slashing around. You can't fucking do anything. Plus, it's made. I'm sure it's robotic the way it walks. So yeah, there's not really much you can do. It's probably heavy as well. So if I go against this thing, I'm most likely dead. It's pretty fast too, surprisingly. So yeah, once it sees you, it's kind of, you really have to run away. I mean, if you have armor and stuff, maybe, but like, nah, she's a whole nother beast entirely compared to these other characters. Like, my reasoning for putting it above like the clown, you know, the clown, I say like the clown has some weaknesses that you can, you know, overcome somehow. The fucking Reaper Scarecrow lady, she's aggressive, so she's got good defense and offense. So yeah, I would put her up there in my opinion, just the way her mechanics work in the game and how it would be in real life. Okay, and then the next one is the headmaster, or whatever it's called. I'm gonna put him at 50-50. It's kind of a similar case with the alien, you know, big old head. It's huge, so you can just, it's a big target. The thing is, it's big mouth. It just, you know, eat you. Or yeah, that's the only thing you gotta worry about. But other than that, I'd say if you figure out a way, like, I don't know, poke its eyeballs or bash its head in, yeah, you should be good. But it's still 50-50 up in the air. You could chomp on you, get a last hoorah in, and kill both of you, kill each other at the same time, type of deal. But yeah, I think that's a good placement right there. And the next one is the robe. Most likely dead. This thing is tall. It's fucking ghost or apparition thing. If it grabs you, you're kind of screwed. I mean, the only how would I? Yeah, I put it most likely dead. Reason being, it's the size, and its hands are pretty big, so it could just like rip you. And the reason why I wouldn't put it at I'm dead is, I mean, you can find ways in the game to take it down, either like a tranquilizer or like a surprise attack and just throw it off. But yeah, if most cases it's gonna just run towards you and then just fucking, yeah, rip you apart basically. But other than that, yeah, I'll just put him at most likely dead. And then the next one is the baby. I'm gonna say win with effort. This thing is really good at throwing things at you. So if it gets like a fucking big old pipe or some shit, it's gonna fucking hurt. But if you can reach it before it throws shit at you and stuff, you can just, bash its head in or throw it over the fucking ledge and it die. So yeah, I'll put it win with effort. Not too bad. Trudge, I believe it's called. I'm gonna put this I'm dead. Alright, this thing has the most health. It's the tallest thing in the game. It has a weapon. It can kill you from afar. So it's like, yeah, there's nothing much you can do. Even with like, the only thing you have is slow, but this is a fighting tier list, so I'm seeing if I can beat this in a fight. Which is, yeah, most likely not, or not at all actually, yeah. We're gonna keep it I'm dead. Even if it's slow, it's another piece entirely. You won't be able to do enough damage. And then next one is the Invisible Man. Yeah, can't even see them. I'm gonna say 50-50 for obvious reasons. But you can't see it. You can't see the Invisible Man, so it's gonna be harder to catch him. But he is pretty loud if you can hear him. So it just depends on who gets the upper hand first. Does he sneak attack you, or are you able to find him and just like, throw him over, kick him, beat him? But yeah, just 50-50. And then next one is Jaw Squid thing. I'm gonna say easy W. This thing doesn't really kill you, and if it does catch you, it just sticks to your face for a little bit and vomits. So I think you just smash in the air or just let it sit in your face or whatever. But yeah, not a challenge at all. The next one is the Slenderman baby. I win with effort. As long as you don't look at it, you can still attack it. And it's pretty skinny and tall, but you can just throw it over. It doesn't do much. It just watches you, but if you don't look at it directly, it can't hurt you. Yeah, you can just fucking break its legs or throw it around. Lots of stuff you can do. Alright, and then we got the Frog Chef. I'm gonna say most likely dead. Yeah, kind of similar to the Scarecrow Reaper girl. You just swing her blades around, but he has a more wind up time. So when he jumps, you just swing his arms around like crazy. If it jumps to you, and yeah, you're kind of shredded. You're gonna be shredded to pieces. So, but he has like a downtime where you can beat him up and shit. So it entirely depends on if you can dodge the blades on time, or you can catch him off guard. But still, once he gets like a hit in, you're kind of screwed. And the next one is the head monster with legs. Okay, that one's gonna go with win with effort. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the beast or whatever it's called, the animal. And they just run around, just be annoying. And of course, it's gonna attack you back, but come on, it's a little tiny thing. You just kick its head in, or just fucking throw it around, or use a fucking gun or pull. It's just more of annoyance than anything, so you can kill it. Then up next is the Shotgun Man, the Huntsman. Most likely dead. This guy has super sensitive hearing, so yeah, to make up for not seeing you with his eyes, he can see with his ears basically. And yeah, fighting him, he's got, shooting that gun is like second nature to him. So if he hears a noise, or you make any funny movements, you're fucked. Unless you're hiding behind like a fucking cover and shit. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to get in close, because if you do get in close, he's gonna shoot you with pinpoint fucking accuracy. So yeah, you're gonna need like a tranquilizer, or fucking disarm him somehow, which might be possible, but yeah, that gun's gonna fucking destroy you. And I believe that's all the characters. I wouldn't really change anything on this list. I'm pretty happy with all the placements, the easy dubs pretty self-explanatory. Just these little monsters that you can just throw around or kill. Yeah, okay, this placement I think is definitive and objectively correct. But yeah, these are all the monsters in Repo that I can beat in a fight, or I believe they kick my ass. But yeah, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe for more. And yeah, sorry for the delay in content. I've been pretty busy the past couple of weeks, but I'll try to upload weekly or bi-weekly. That's more my schedule. 1 video or 2 videos a week, or bi-weekly. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.